What's up, everybody? I am back with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 14, episode 16, Sutton on trial at sea. First of all, y'all gonna stop playing on Sutton's top, okay? And Sutton, you gonna stop playing on Garcelle's top, okay? And Direct, you just gonna stop playing, because I'm sick of it, okay? Girl. And Erica, just stop. Okay? Bose, I like you, baby, because you was getting Direct together. Okay? Anyway, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video that I drop. And make sure y'all liking up all the videos. Keep me up in the algorithm, yada, yada, yada. Thank y'all so much. And let's get this going. So, y'all, the episode starts with everybody getting glam. They got on the all white. Garcelle and Kyle, they have on the same outfit. It was real cute. I don't even think they knew. So, we arrive at the dinner. Dorit says she don't like getting naked in front of PK. I was like, okay, girl. I guess they having an adult conversation. Child. Anyway, so Dorit tells Sutton she's been mean-spirited to her. I said, baby, pot, meat, kettle. Fox 5, anybody? I'm going to keep saying it. Anyway, Dorit is always the victim. So Sutton said, baby, you play with Jesus, but don't play with me. She said, y'all, because everybody been mean-spirited. And I agree. Okay? So, Sutton said, y'all not finna beat me with no stick. And Dorit tells Sutton, you can't be the victim and you need to be held accountable. And Dorit says she's been taking accountability. When? And where was I? Because I don't even think I heard you say I'm sorry. Just as Garcelle. But whatever. I could be wrong. You know, I was here for Dorit this season. Dorit was tearing them up this season. But now, I don't know. Her and Sutton starting to... So Sutton apologizes to Dorit about the wallet comment. Talk about my wallet. If I bet my wallet is bigger than yours. Baby, the brokey comments. Okay? Basically, she was calling you a brokey. Brokey. Y'all know I don't know that song. But anyway, basically, Sutton was telling Dorit she was broke. Because the people had said that the people house is in foreclosure, allegedly. Okay? That's what I heard. That's what the people say. But listen, I live in Dallas. I don't live in Beverly Hills. Okay? So Bose and Garcelle, they're telling Dorit that Sutton is apologizing. And Dorit is being dismissive. And Erica, I just need you to shut up. Okay? Sit there, eat your salad, shut up, because you keep trying to bring up the past. The lady already apologized for that. Girl, sit down. You was awful. You was awful to the people. I just feel like she was piping up to Sutton because deep down she really don't like Sutton and she don't fool with Sutton like that. So she just had to say something, girl. So Dorit apologized to Sutton about the drinking comment. Okay? Bose think the ladies made progress. And Kathy said Rome wasn't built in a day. I know that's right, Kathy. Because, child. So, Bose tells everybody that she went to the Soho house. She saw Mauricio there. She texted Kyle and she told her what happened. So, Bose was like, when I tell y'all, Bose trying to be a ride or die. Child. She said, though, she ain't that cute. Her hair was uneven. You look dusty. That's what Bose told Kyle about that woman Mauricio was with. All right? I guess my problem with all of this is, why are you bothered? Don't you have an old lady? Like, Kyle, you is a lesbian, girl, and it's okay. But you got an old lady. Like, you got an old lady. Girl, bye. Anyway, Garcelle said she was confused because they tiptoe around the Morgan situation And I get, apparently she don't know. She want to know what the situation is. Okay, so Erica says to Garcelle, says in her confessional, Garcelle wants Kyle's situation, but we don't know Garcelle's situation. Like, she'd had a roster in the 90s, but who you messing with now? And again, I mean, she wasn't wrong. We really don't know much about Garcelle at this. Okay, so we already know this season Garcelle do not have a storyline, and if we gonna keep it all the way a buck, Garcelle has not really had a storyline since her and Dorit wasn't beefing, which was not last season. I think the season before last, either last season and the season before last. Okay. Anyway, I'm just seeing something a little different. I'm just seeing some things, and it's just not sitting right in my spirit. But again, I'm gonna hold my applause until the end of the season. I'm gonna hold my applause, and I'm gonna really tell y'all what I think. So anyway, Kyle says nothing is there. She said it's frustrating, and so she didn't say anything. So Sutton didn't say anything, and Sutton, y'all know Sutton head is up Kyle's behind for whatever reason. You know what? I kind of feel like Kathy kind of went in on Sutton, and now she's trying to be Kyle's friend. But that's just my opinion. That may not be true. Okay, so Garcelle says that it is frustrating that Sutton didn't have her back when it comes to the Kyle situation, because y'all know how they like tag team, and her partner wasn't here. Her space partner wasn't here. Basically, her space partner reneging on her. Okay, like, I need y'all to understand, Garcelle is feeling away because Sutton is reneging on her, and she don't like it. All right, so Garcelle says that Sutton is so in tune with Kyle. Apparently, that's what I thought, that they were supposed to be ganging up on Kyle and asking her about the situation. But baby Sutton is like, no, I will not do this. No, Kyle is my best friend. Girl, please. So over at Bose's house, Dorit says Sutton was being hypocritical in the beginning. I was like, oh. So Bose says to Dorit that she had, either she said it to her or she said it in her confessional, that Dorit had an issue with giving an apology and receiving an apology. And I was like, that is true. Now, receiving, I don't know, because she always expects an apology, but she never gives one. Okay? So Bose clearly see Dorit, and Sutton said that. So, Sutton says she's not apologizing again, and she's happy that Kyle has stepped up for her. And I was like, okay, Sutton, so what? Once or twice Kyle has stepped up for you, but how many times has she stepped on you? Let's keep it all the way a buck. But I get it. If you turning over a new leaf, you turning over a new leaf. But I just want to say, Sutton, you looking a little parched. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. So Sutton says that everybody get back to their room. This is, Bose and Dorit. They was all in their room. So Sutton said it's unfair that we want to know everything about Kyle right now. It's unfair that we feel like we should know everything about Kyle right now, and she should be able to tell us. So Garcelle was like, but just last year, this was you. You was wanting to know everything, not even just last season, but this season as well. So Garcelle thinks that Sutton has on a blindfold when it comes to Kyle. Garcelle at this point is pissed off because Sutton is taking up for Kyle, and it's not this episode. It's been these past couple episodes. But, Sutton wants to take a different stance, and Garcelle feels that Sutton didn't have her back. And so Sutton asks Garcelle, what do you want from me? And Garcelle says, nothing. So in her confessional, she was like, I see you, Sutton. I was like, oh, wow. I've never seen them have an argument. I've never. Y'all, I may have missed it, but I've never seen them argue. Okay, and that was very cringy for me because they are like this. And I'm going to say this. I do feel like had they always accepted Sutton, I don't think her and Garcelle would be this close. Not at all. Maybe later seasons like this, but she'll probably dog Garcelle. She would have dogged Garcelle out at the chance. But that's all I'm saying about that. So the next day, y'all saw, everybody was putting on their makeup, getting ready to go to whatever was planned for them the next day. I think there was the I forgot that cruise, that boat ride. And so I loved Jennifer's makeup. It was really cute. So Erica says she tells Bose that she usually takes sleeping pills on trips like this. I was like, girl, you just can't help yourself, huh? Anyway, Sutton goes to wake up Garcelle and Garcelle, they sit out on the patio for breakfast, and Garcelle admits to Sutton that she was frustrated and she stormed off, which we saw that. So Garcelle wanted backup from Sutton, and Garcelle, you just gonna have to let this go. She want to be Kyle's friend, and you let her be Kyle's friend. But I really don't understand what Kyle's business have to do with you. If she doesn't want to talk about it, she really don't have to talk about it. But I get why Garcelle is like, she's really tight-lipped about her and Morgan. But every chance you get, you keep talking about you and Mauricio. So I get where Garcelle is coming from, because you got a whole situation. You got a whole situation, like you brought out this whole situation and then you want to come back the next season and hide it. Girl, please go to hell. Anyway, so baby, Kathy boat ensemble, I was like, Lord, I told y'all I want to be as delusional, rich and delusional as Kathy Hilton. Okay? So Kyle says that she feels awkward with Garcelle, but she's choosing peace, and only because Garcelle questioned her. And see, that's the stuff we be talking about. You all of a sudden feel uncomfortable with Garcelle because she asked you a question. Y'all know she gonna ask questions. I'm not excusing Garcelle's behavior, but she's always asking questions. I don't understand. Now all of a sudden you want it just is. Again, I'ma hold my applause until the very end, but it's giving a wee bit of icing. It's giving a wee bit of, we trying to create a new fab. But I'ma let it go. So Kathy, baby, Kathy sitting on there talking about, can you hand me this? Can you hand me this? The way I would have told Kathy, if you don't get your but see, that's what I would have said. I would have told her to get it yourself. Baby, you ain't got no maid over here. And if you wanted a maid, you should have brought your maid on the boat. Hey, maid, I see you with your maid outfit. Okay? That's what you should have did. Baby, we ain't got on no maid outfit. Please, leave us alone. Because we vacationing too, just like you. I'm telling y'all, baby, I would have been cussed Miss Hilton. Okay? Anyway, so Dorit goes over to Kyle, goes over to Kyle where Kyle's laying on the boat. Dorit asks Kyle about Kim. How convenient. And Kyle says she's happy, that Kim is happy, but she don't see much of Kim. Which I'm glad, because you dog your sister out too. Okay? Let's be all the way clear. Kathy bombards her way on these shows, but Kim, you really dogs her out. Okay? So, y'all, Sutton tells the ladies that she meant her apology. Erica tells Sutton she's critical and not compassionate to Kyle, to me, Kyle, and Dorit. And oftentimes, she starts to work as an enemy. I was like, Erica, if you don't think these people wasn't going to ask you no questions about your scheming and scamming husband, you got mad because they asked you questions and stuff wasn't adding up and it was stealing from people. Girl, you had a bad attitude. You was terrible. Okay, and I'm going to always remind you of that every time you want to remind somebody how they should have treated you after the way you treated them. Some of them, not all of them. So anyway, Sutton tells Erica, her comment is a strong statement, and that she says she treat people bad when they're at their lowest. Huh. It looked like it. It looked like Sutton will treat you bad when you at your lowest, but hey, y'all been treating Sutton terribly since you came up on the scene, so it don't even matter. What you get is what you get. Y'all, I do give people they just do, but at the same time, y'all want some kind of respect, and now y'all acting like we have never treated Sutton like this. Yeah, y'all have. Y'all was terrible to that lady. Okay. So then there's this moment where Sutton is playing a game of semantics. Like, are you talking about all women, or are you talking about the women in the group? Sutton, girl, the way I wanted to drag Sutton in that moment, because you knew she was talking about the people in the group. You were talking about, are you talking about all women? Sutton, shut up. It's semantics at this point, okay? I was annoyed. Anyway, so Garcelle says in her confessional, in this moment, Kyle still refused to have Sutton's back, and she hopes Sutton sees it. She does not. And I need you to let that go. Leave it alone. She don't see it. So Sutton start to pipe up. She was like, what the you want from me? You know, she pulled a little DMX. What y'all really want from a ninja? Somebody let me know. You know, and so she said, that the group is always constantly telling Sutton what she's done wrong. And y'all, I'm gonna really agree. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna really agree on that, because yeah, that's been most of the time. So if she says something, it's always, oh, you shouldn't have said that. Like, it's been years of that. You know, it's not okay for her to say the things that she want to say, but it's okay for them, some of them, to say what they want to say, how they want to say it, and when they want to say it, and that's not okay. Anyway, Sutton says, pick on someone else, Dorit, and then this is Dorit. Dorit, you should have just sat there and not said anything. You and Sutton was all right. Like, I'm not gonna say all right. Now, I'm not gonna say okay. I'm just gonna say y'all was all right, like, based on earlier. So Dorit pipes up and she says that Sutton does pick on everyone. I was like, Dorit, girl, shut up. So I just feel like Dorit stepped on this bomb and she started picking with Sutton. Girl, go to hell, okay? So in everybody's confessionals, Bo says Sutton is angry and lashing out and she's over it. And I do think that Sutton is at a place now where I'm tired of being bullied. And I think sometimes it's unfair for Bo to assess from her end, because she hasn't been in this group. You just got to this group. And that's the one thing I will say. Sometimes it's unfair, but it comes from her harboring all of these things. It comes from these places. And so Garcelle says, I ain't sticking up for her this time. I appreciate you, Garcelle, just like Bose. I appreciated Garcelle for calling Kyle out for what it is, but I also appreciate Bose for calling Dorit out for what it is. And so, because I just don't like, y'all don't have to stick up for them. Let them create their own mess. Kyle says Sutton wants to be the victim. See, that's what I'm talking about. The very woman you want to be besties with just said that you always want to be the victim. She's always said that about you. That is how she think of you. Erica said something about Sutton is guilty. We went to a to be continue, and I was like, okay. This was pretty good. I thought the episode was pretty good, but I just think that at this point, Dorit and Sutton is null and void for now, for a while. Her and Garcelle has gotten a little bit better, but this is something totally different. Anyway, I will see y'all in the next video. I have done a throwback video. I'm only gonna do certain TV shows, a script, reality or maybe scripted TV of only season 1, or maybe a favorite season that I like. So we're gonna start this with Being Mary Jane, and I will have that up for y'all today. All right.